Good morning and welcome in, everyone. Before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over an overview of what's going on across the market. As we know, on late Sunday night, early Monday morning, we had the markets dump down a little bit, and XRP's absorbed the loss already. It came down last night to about 55.9 cents, but as you can see, we've come up very nicely already, and now it's, did we stop short now of a V-shaped recovery and we're consolidating to kick back up? Or being the early morning hours now, do we continue this move? As we head into the rate cut this week, we knew it wasn't going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news, but leading into it, we expected a little bit of upward momentum, and we got it last week at the end. Now we've consolidated a little bit. The question is here, is it going to eat it all up and start pushing back up? For this to happen, XRP needs to not only be where it's at right now, but we need to push back up in a very quick fashion. Well, not a very quick fashion, but it's kind of interesting what ended up happening here. We drew this out before. If we were to break down, and we said worst case scenario, if we're going to hold, it could come all the way back down to here. Now, I had this elongated before, and I put it back after the live, but it did end up coming all the way down there. So if we look at a good instance, it's that we broke out of that short-term move. We hit the technical run up, and now we've back-tested the old resistance as support. So this could be a bullish back test. Now, if it does break below this area at 55.8, well, that's not good. And then that's going to invalidate this thought process. But if this continues the way it looks right now, it should be able to get us up to like 58.5, unless we just roll over here this morning. But we do have rate cuts coming in the middle of the week. And they say that they're going to announce rate cuts this week, you know. But if you actually look at the bond market, it's interesting that the rates have already been cut. Because in the bond market, rates are going down already. The only way to explain that is if it's already happened, and we're just going to get the news, you know, in a couple days here of what they've already done, even though they're going to make it look like they're just cutting rates. So it's going to make things very interesting for the market. I think these next couple days become very, very volatile. So if you're trading, volatility is what brings in the money, but it also can bring in the pain. You know, there's no good gain without true volatility. So is this volatility going to work out in the upward direction? Is it going to end up sending us back down? Right now, we're well over the 2018 resistance for XRP. And in fact, we back tested this formation here, which is a way to stop us from coming back down. If we can just hold this and now push back up, we are still targeting that rising channel resistance right around 61 cents. If we look at this, we're still well above the 2018 resistance. Let's see. Then you always try to look to see if we're trying to create something here. But it's just like we talked about. If we can hold that little dip to support, this could be the start of a new structure here. So if you look at it like that, and then if we look over the top, we had resistance here, resistance here. It's very possible we started some weird channel here. If we started this little channel here, I suppose one could call it a short-term rising channel. We don't have the validation yet. We've had 3 hits on support. We have not had that 3rd hit on resistance. So if this does hold, let's just say, and I'm trying to make this as transparent as I can for everybody this morning. We'll get into the intro and timestamp this in just a second, but this is very important for everybody watching. I'm going to do this in about 12 to 15 minutes because I got to get my son to school with Julie. In about 45 minutes we got to leave, but I still got to shower, so I want to get this out in a very universal fashion. And then after school, or in a little bit later today, I'll do a short, and then we'll see how it goes. Tonight, most likely we'll be doing a live. My son's got physical therapy from 3 to 4, so it's going to be a very busy day today. But I have full anticipation of doing a live still. So if we were to break up and bust this, like, it looks like we formed a short-term rising channel. We'll get to the lower target after as well, but I do have to do the intro very quickly to timestamp this. So please hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this update. I would greatly appreciate it on this new week, on this Monday morning, as we start a new trading session. It would be greatly, greatly helpful if you hit that like button, share my content, on social media and allow me to expand it. And that means, though, if you've just come across my content, if you're on social media looking through YouTube on the newsfeed, whether you've seen my content or not, because of everybody hitting the like button, YouTube will recommend it become part of the analytic flow, and it'll be recommendable, which means that it'll pop up on your newsfeed without you having to search for me. And that'll be very beneficial for new members and even older members that might have forgot about us. So make sure to hit that like button. I'm going to go through this very quick intro. Good morning. 7:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, September 16th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So we had a great start to this update so far. Now, we have to be very, very, very cautious here. As I drew that rising channel, if it breaks out of that little channel that it looks like we've created, and, you know, this is speculation at its finest, what we're doing, but we're trying to take the current evidence in front of us to try to form and dictate a pattern. Commodities real quick. Gold's flat so far at 25.80, starting the week at a new all-time high. B2 gold, I don't put any stock into pre-market, as you know, so we're just going to say it's at 316. I know it's up 5 cents, but it's likely just going to go back to 316 before it opens, or lower, or maybe higher, who knows. And then silver's up about 0.67% or 20 cents right now per ounce, almost up to $31 an ounce this morning. We've got First Majestic. It says up 5 cents, but we're going to just go on the $6.13, how it ended the week, up 5.8% last week. So very excited to see how commodities are going. The total crypto market cap is not looking great. I mean, if you're asking me, if these are M-topping reversals right here, let's just show you the potential here for Bitcoin. So if this is a bear flag and we get rejected at the death cross in the 30, because this was the best we could hope for last night, was the way we came back up. Now, if we got a rejection here, that got rejected at the 200-day right there. That means the next technical target for the total crypto market cap is likely, if this is a topping reversal pattern and we're going to continue down, the next target is 1.94 trillion. Well, what does that mean for Bitcoin? Can't be good. Oh, yeah, see? Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. We could have an oh boy moment here. We could severely have an oh boy moment. I'm just saying, look at this. If that's a bear flag and this got rejected at the 200, you're looking at 56,797 for Bitcoin. 56,972 for Bitcoin. If this is the rejection here, I had a gap area where I thought it could come back up to. It came close enough. I had it around 52,400. I might have mismeasured it, but it definitely came back up and filled that gap. So that's an issue. If this got rejected here, we're looking at 56,797 here. Holy moly. Because we have to honor it now because it reversed back down. It put what we didn't want, the Batman top. And now this could be a right arm. See, up straight. A little bit of disastrous on the way out. So if you take the stairs or the elevator up, you take the so basically, if you're ever watching technical analysis and you have a move, so look how it went up. If you take the move up with the elevator, so see how it came through, elevated up, that means you're gonna have to take the stairs down. It happens every time. Straight clean run up, bumpy ride down, bumpy ride up, straight drop down. It's one of the best signs or key, or, you know, a little bit of like a tip to technical analysis. This is what happens. So Bitcoin could be looking at 56,797 if this breaks down here. The technical target here off of this little bear flag or this M-topping reversal is down to 56,797, and then you drop universally. If you lose that, we can see just below us is 55,282. And then this pattern setup is 54,256, which is what it bounced off of the last time. So that's just if this breaks down. So watch these numbers. It could come down to 56,797. We could hold fine. Now to invalidate this thesis, we need to get over 59,210 in a hurry. And when I say in a hurry, I mean in a hurry. Because there's a very real chance that I could come back here when I just do my next update, which will be in a few hours, when I do the short, that things, if they have not regrouped here, it could happen quickly. When I say quickly, I mean quickly. So do you want Bitcoin to come down to that target, or do you want it to break up? Do you want XRP to break through this little channel that we formed? I really think we formed a channel here. This is craziness. Well, not craziness, but this happened a little quick. A little quick here. So if it broke up for XRP and we played it true, obviously we see the top end potential, but right now we're hugging this support area. So I like to look at it from the support structure. Let's say it's probably going to take a second if we break down. But I mean, that brings us back down to retest the 2018 resistance or support now. And I don't want it to keep coming back down here, because eventually this is going to end up breaking down if it does. So that's what we're looking at this morning. I'm not gonna show this, but if we do break down, looking at a retest of the 2018 resistance support area. Right now that's at 56.45 cents. And then if you break up the top of this little, what looks like a rising channel, or just a consolidation, I suppose we could, no, I don't want to say it's on a broadening wedge just because of the way it's set up. So I'd say we form some channel here, and then it's going to tell us a lot today. So if you're paying attention, you're definitely going to have to pay attention to that. But overall, we need to pay attention to Bitcoin. Is this a bear flag that brings Bitcoin down to 56,797? That's the question I have for my audience. That's the question I need you to help me in the comments. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you appreciated this update or you appreciate my content, make sure you hit that like button, share this on social media, and please subscribe to the channel and join the over 23,500 plus subscribers. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, video description below and or pinned comments. There's BITUNIX and or HOTCOIN, both spectacular options. You don't need a VPN or KYC on either one of them worldwide. And yes, you can trade XRP on both anywhere across the USA as well. The only way you'll need to do a KYC is if you send a receipt from a bank account, but you're going to want to do that if you do that, because you don't want anybody to steal your stuff. And then if you want to send me a YouTube super chat, join Tom's Army. That's all in the video description below and our pinned comments, or on my homepage on YouTube, or you can send a donation via Cash, Venmo, or PayPal. Make sure you pay very close attention here today, because there could be stuff coming out. As we know, there's a second assassination attempt on Trump yesterday, so it makes the markets go a little interestingly. With the way things are set up, we very well could have these bear flags. So, and then the only other thing I can see that I would talk about really is that the XRP price rejection at 60 cents signal struggle for further gains. And then once I read this, I'm going to let this out for the update. If you want to see the updates about 15-20 minutes earlier, as I've gotten the time down from 30 to about 20 minutes now, you can join Tom's Army. And as YouTube is checking the copyright for my content and making it viewable, if you're part of Tom's Army, I'm in the beta version where I can just release it to the members, the paying members of Tom's Army. We have enough members who pay, and then they can see the content as YouTube is doing the check and while YouTube's making it viewable. So that just has become available in the last couple of weeks. So if you are part of Tom's Army, make sure you pay attention to the updates, because you get them a little bit sooner as YouTube's doing the copyright check. And it's ad-free while they're doing that. So once it gets released to the general public, the ads are back on. So a member of Tom's Army or not, you'll have to watch the ads. So XRP price rejection, if you need any more ambition to join Tom's Army. So XRP price rejection at 60 cents, signal struggle for further gains. XRP has recorded a 9% rally since September 6th, pushing the altcoin's price toward the wall of resistance formed at 60 cents. However, as demand for the altcoin begins to taper off, history is poised to repeat itself. XRP may be unable to push past this crucial resistance level. This article explores how the token's on-chain and technical setup support this outlook. Ripple's price troubles are only a few days old. XRP demand peaked on September 13th, but has declined since. According to Sentiment, daily active and new addresses for the token have decreased. In the past 3 days, the number of wallet addresses completing at least one XRP transaction dropped by 18%, while new addresses created to trade the altcoin fell by 8% during the same period. When an asset sees a decline in network activity, it usually means fewer addresses are interacting with its blockchain, signaling reduced interest. This has been the case for XRP as its price began began to drop alongside a decrease in daily active and new addresses. Currently trading at 57 cents, XRP value has fallen by 3% over the past 2 days. The decline has pushed XRP's price below its 20-day exponential moving average EMA, which reflects its average price over the past 20 trading days. Traders often consider the 20-day exponential moving average a short-term support level, and a drop below it can indicate weakening upward momentum. Moreover, market participants interpret a break below the 20-day EMA as a signal to exit long positions and take short ones as they anticipate a further price decline. Token seeks to trade below the cloud. In addition to falling below the key 20-day EMA, XRP's price has also slipped beneath the leading span A green of the Ichimoku cloud, signaling weakening bullish momentum. If demand doesn't pick up, the price could move toward the leading span B red, a critical support zone. As XRP falls below leading span A, selling pressure may increase, pushing the altcoin into a more bearish zone. Approaching the leading span B marks another significant support level, and if this is breached, XRP could enter a deeper downtrend, potentially dropping to its August 5th low of 38 cents. However, if demand returns, XRP could regain bullish momentum, rising above the leading span A, and the 20-day EMA. A successful retest of the 60-cent resistance level could pave the way for XRP's price to climb towards 74 cents. So pay attention to these charts. Pay attention to some of the levels. XRP is definitely in an interesting spot here. So make sure to hit that like button if you made it until the end. Hashtag be better, do better in the comments.